I keep forgetting it does that. If I turn off my, or if I take off my headset and pause the music. Lucas! What's up, dude? I just poured my coffee. Good morning. So we're just now getting started here. Plenty to do today. But let's refer to today's notepad. So I already actually did step 1 here. So what else did we have tracked? Add animation tracks to timeline. And we want to try exporting a rough draft. Now, I believe we also have to work on this. So what I'll do is I'll copy this. And I'll add this to today's to-do list. And we can just remove this one. See what music we can play. Shifting gears right now. The Blue Beetle movie, when's that come out, Lucas? I mean, I'd be down to watch it. The next superhero movie, I still have to watch the Spider-Man movie, the new one that came out. Into the Spider-Verse. I think the last movie I saw in theaters was the Mario and Dungeons & Dragons movies. Oh, and I saw Barbie. I saw the Barbie movie. Morning. Good morning to you. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, so just going through my general motions here. We're gonna fill out our day planner. So right now we're gonna be working in Unity HDRP. The second half of work is gonna be the council. So now that we got that set up, just as a visual guide, helps to look over and be like, oh, you know what? This is the chapter of the day I'm on. Energy today, feel pretty good. We'll go with an 8 out of 10. Mood, yeah, I'm jiving. 8 out of 10. Setting up our notepads. So if I have any notes, I can refer to them here. Okay, so this is going to be a difficult one. Might be fun to try it. Let's go and open up Blender. Excuse me. Yeah, I've only heard good things, Lucas, if you're talking Spider-Man. So this is our giant Ukutoa that we worked on. So now making a eyelid. This is going to be difficult. I'm up for the challenge. We're going to make a new collection. And in this collection, we're going to be making a new object. Hey Sparky Snickle, good morning. Welcome in. So we need to go to object mode. We're going to add mesh. I mean, if we start with a plane, the flat surface here. So I'm going to line it up with our eyeball. Now, ideally, we're going to be making like an eyelid. So trying to get this is going to be probably the whole stream. Let's get some YouTube tutorials up. Blender. We could just see if eyelid works. See if anybody's made a tutorial on this. This is a maybe. Alright, so before I start watching the tutorials, let's see how far we can get just kind of guessing. So first of all, I want to add a modifier, decimate. Is that the modifier I need? Basically, I need to turn this one mesh into mini meshes. I think decimate destroys it. Subdivision surface, I think is what I need. Simple. Maybe not. Blender. Subdivision.
You can make most things by starting with a cube. By hitting Control 2 or 3, you can subdivide the mesh 2 or 3 times. Now go into edit mode. Even though it looks like a sphere, you still have these 8 control points like it's a cube, and that's because, well, it is a cube. By going to the modifier stack, you can click this upside down triangle, and that'll make our 8 control points sort of just take form of that sphere. Now, it looks more like a sphere, but we have the control points of a cube. Now we're in a good place. You can make most things by starting with a cube. By hitting Control 2 or 3, you can subdivide the mesh 2 or 3 times. Now go ahead.
Interesting. Let's try starting with a cube, though. Add mesh cube Control 3. Well, that doesn't do anything for me. If I go into edit mode, nope. That just rotates my camera. Not sure why they recommend that then. Subdivide. Shortcut. Simply select the object and press Ctrl+1. Why does this not work for me, though? So edit mode is the correct mode. It's right now just converting my camera. I mean, I understand use the subdivision though. Mm, 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 mm. Right click S. Subdivide. Okay. So it's in this context menu, which helps. Mm, 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 mm. We're gonna keep it simple. Nice. And he makes it look so easy.
Hello. Hi there.
VVox!
I'm a happy little penguin V.
What's up, V?
Potato, potato.
VVV.
V.
VVox! I know, I look cool today. So, we wanted to make an eyelid. And so, the best place to start here is to start extruding it. And the way he started doing it, it's like night and day difference of what I can do. Like, he's just starting to grab each of these nodes and doing loop cuts. Control R. Move the cursor over a desired edge when the tool is activated. This is our loop cuts. Okay. Gee. So I want to make an eyelid. Not exactly a beginner friendly shape. I am far from an expert. Make an eyelid. So basically I want the eyeball, and he's gonna have 9 eyeballs on his head. I want it to blink, or like appear as though it's opening. And so my first thought is just to make an eyelid, and then kind of animate it. And so I think this is a adequate challenge for someone at my skill level. And I realized I have to more or less challenge myself if I want to grow. Simple as that. So this is me challenging myself. We have a lot of nodes here that seem to be extras. Okay, so what does an eyelid look like? Eyelid. Just woke up, your mind's not there. Have a cup of coffee, V. You earned it. I'll cheers to that. Yeah, I can see how modeling in Blender can be fun. It definitely takes a little bit of getting used to the controls. Some of these I'm not even going to use. And so here's the idea is I'll add shape keys. Want it now. It is fun. Haven't explored too much. Well, if you do explore it, let me know. It's a slippery slope trying to learn this stuff. Which I guess isn't the right word. It's not a slippery slope. It's a steep incline to learning these things. Oh, I feel so congested right now. I'm gonna keep blowing my... It looks like my stream's dropping a lot of frames too. I don't know what I did. So if the stream crashes, I apologize. Can you edit the dragon? Yes, I can. So this was a model that I purchased. And so I have, you know, complete control over it. I just basically imported it into Blender. It's the glasses, you think? Could be. It's using a snap camera. You're right, I should change off the snap camera. Alright, I'll go to my just normal webcam. There we go. What's up, J-Dog? Welcome in. Alright, well now the glasses are off, so. Now we can continue. So adding shape keys. This is going to be the next part of our learning session. We can see what this guy's doing. A little what I know in Blender, maybe you can select specific parts of the eyeball and duplicate and separate. That's an idea. Yeah, I could probably just duplicate the eyeball and kind of fake it using that. I'm going to keep trying this shape key method, because I think this is something I should learn, though. It might be harder than what you suggested. Looks like this guy's not even talking. No, he's talking. He's just got really quiet microphone here. Wow.
When I'm making sort of cartoony eyes, this is not going to be hyper realistic, but yeah, specular 0.1, roughness 0. And maybe then, I'm hard to duplicate if I just correctly give this as a frame eyelid. Maybe you've already modeled your eyelid and actually it's modeled onto a face, which I'm
V, it sounds like you're convincing yourself to try it.
doing might seem completely crazy and it's not going to work, but it will. It's exactly the same principle. So
I think you should try it.
For me, I'm going to just get those parts that can be my eyelid. If you already had it on a face, then maybe your eyelid would be a slightly different shape. Maybe it might come down. If this is the nose here, maybe the eyelid would come down a bit here, where whatever it's called is the sclera. No, that little pink thing. Maybe it comes down here and goes up here. It's the same principle. Anyway.
So I know it's just shaping the eye.
Slightly, ever so slightly, like that. All right, cool. Don't need the eye anymore. Don't need X-ray mode. We're good to go. I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. Right, so I'm going to hide these parts because I don't want them. I don't want them at all. I don't want to affect them when I'm doing my shape keys. Actually, first, sorry. Let's start doing shape keys. We're going to add the basis one, and then we're going to add a new one. I'm going to call it top. Open. Oh, open here. I'm not a very good typist. Yeah, so I've got my new shape keys.
Sand dude, what's up?
Hey,
Welcome in.
that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Select these few. Okay, I'm going to switch on proportional editing, not connected only. And I'll see if I want smooth or if I want another one. But yeah, so we're going to rotate around the 3D cursor because it gives a nice round rotation. Something like that. No, I don't really like that. Let's try that again with a small area of effect. Can you hear my baby? Yeah, I'm a good father. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it dry because I don't have any milk left. You suck me dry. How about that? Nope, don't like that one. Okay, we're going to keep it on smooth, but I'm just going to reduce the area I've selected. Try one more time. Okay, there we go. Just select a small area. And if I bring back my eye with some colour, that's about right. Not too bad. Okay, bring up the value here. So now that is now set as a shape key. If you haven't done shape keys before, that's it. It's now done. Okay.
Cool. Okay, so that's the basis of it. Gonna make time to get back into it. Please, V, if you need ideas or inspiration or encouragement, you know who to ask. This guy. So it looks like he's just grabbing the vertices and creating shape keys. So that's the key here. That's loud. That's loud. Okay, so the shape keys go here. So first thing I should probably do is make like the full eyeball, I guess, or eyelid. So using the tools at my disposal. Let's see if I can just kind of curve this around. We can right-click, subdivide. Don't throw it away. Is there an easier way to do this? I would like to just duplicate this. That's not a duplicate. Is there not a duplicate option? Object mode, object, duplicate objects. Okay. Then I would like to kind of like flip it on the x-axis. I think I can do that using the scale. And if I hit X... Okay, I guess we don't want X. We'll try scale. And then on the y-axis. Okay. Boom. So now we've got very rough eyelid. Okay. Now I'd like to merge these together. But to have them as two separate objects, that's fine too. It's going to be our eyelid. Yikes. Okay, so now merging these two objects together. This is going to take another tutorial. We're just going to stack tutorials until I learn everything. Okay, merge objects. Blender. Hold shift and left click the other objects you want to join. The last object you select will be the parent. Click join in the menu. Kin. Join. Okay, these are now one object. Okay. So now how do I edit mode? So we can see here the vertices are kind of overlapping each other. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to be able to manage the eye opening. And I could just position it on the character already. That way it doesn't look like we're looking at a big random object here. I'll probably delete these outside edges because I don't need them. Or at least move them in. They're definitely curving in different ways. My OCD doesn't like that. Okay, how easy would it be to merge these together? Merge. Distance. Yep. Another tutorial. Merge vertices. Blender. Okay. Shortcut M. Let's see if it does it again. Cool. Scale it down. I don't want to hide the bones. Which I thought was this one. Hey, Halfd0rk, good morning. Another tutorial. Find bones. H. Done. This camera is throwing me off. Okay, so now we can edit back into... We need to actually make a new copy of this. It's going to be new folder. 16. This will be Ukutoa number 7. What's up, Blue Tulip? Welcome. I am feeling quite dapper, thank you, Hill. Madam Hillary. We're trying to make an eyelid. While I never expected it to be easy, I also didn't expect it to be so hard. Okay, so we're going to try morphing. It's around our object. We also need to give it a little bit of a gap here so we can see most of the eyeball. Yeah, we're also going to have to worry about texturing this, but that can come next. Okay, so let's try adding a shape key. Okay, shape keys. Do. Unable to hit the plus button. Hello, Garnican, welcome in. What's new with you? Gotta add the base one. So he has the option to add it, so I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Because my selection doesn't even give me the option.
Are you gonna?
Maybe I need to apply this?
I am not gonna fix anything because I'm an artist.
I'm an artist. I can't even apply it. Disable this modifier operation is not allowed in edit mode. Object mode. Apply. Okay. Now we can add the shape key. We have our basis. Okay. Add a new one. This will be eye open. Proportional editing. Okay. So we had the base one, now we have our open. Let's go ahead and try making the open. So if we go to proportional editing, edit mode. So if I were to just move this, yeah, that's a shape key. Okay. I want to see how he's doing it. So he's rotating around the cursor point, or the origin point. So I want to try and recreate this. New look, Mr. Monopoly Man? Yeah, it's the half. What's a rich guy, I guess? Half boss. I'll put my glasses back on. Okay, so this is where I get to pay attention. Shape keys. Okay, so with the shape key we're editing, we go into edit mode. And now he's taking two faces here. So he's selecting the faces. Now he does mess up a few times, so I'll watch for a little. He switches to proportional editing. Rotate around the 3D cursor. So that was... He clicked it so fast. Like, I can't see this. Okay, so it's this button. Rotate around 3D cursor. So first of all, I need to set my 3D cursor. Right now it's like in the wrong space compared to this object. So setting the 3D cursor, that's another tutorial we gotta look up. Set 3D cursor Blender. Using the snap menu access by Shift S. Cursor. Okay, so we can move it that way. I could probably select the eyeball. We'll do cursor to selected. Oddly enough, the origin point of my eyeball is wrong. Unless it looks like maybe I had the wrong thing selected. Still not sure where my cursor is. It's right here. We're getting some weird off-centers. Manually placed by using shift right click. It's better. We'll try using that. Okay, so now we're going to try selecting some faces. I don't want to select vertices, I want to select faces. Select. Oh. They delete menus. I am adding more menus. And there's so many shortcuts I have to learn. Delete, extra. What I was trying to do. This is painful. I just want to close these menus, please. I mean, the other option here is just change my workspace. I'm still sick. Feels bad. Okay, so selecting faces. This is where I'm getting stuck. Select faces. Blender. Don't stream if you aren't well. Yes and no. It's not as bad as it was. The days I took off, I was sick for sure. But thank you, Garnican. I appreciate it. So it looks like he's clicking this button. Edge select. Face select. Great. And now we want to rotate around 3D cursor. This is currently selecting all of my assets. And it is rotating around the cursor. But I only want to move the selected elements. Fall off. He didn't really do anything different from me. Selected, smooth. He didn't checkbox anything else. Selected 3D cursor, change the camera angle. smooth 3D cursor. It's changing everything though. So why is it only allowing me to do the whole object? So I think I checkmarked some setting here. Trying to understand. Painful. Hey, hey, hello. Hi, play game for fun. Whew. That's why I'm confused. Like move only vertices.
The personal and most used function the vertex selection mode with 1. Select 1 and start with the basics. The G button is the basic transform shortcut.
Okay, so this doesn't help me, because right now these key bindings are moving everything. I'm not quite sure what I did. It's not allowing me to move each of these individually. And we can see that the vertices still exist, because I'm able to click each one individually. It's rotating everything. Okay. So that's our proportional editing. So why am I not able to do what he did in this tutorial? So he turned on proportional editing. And he adjusted the reduce the area affected. Okay. So if we go back into our select faces, I want to try to do that, but I'm having a terrible time doing so. Maybe the proportion range is too large. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It's maybe he did like a specific key binding here. Control numpad. Because I saw there was like a circle that he made appear. And I think that's what's been confusing me, is like the proportion. So R, we have the round rotation. He's rotating everything from this 3D cursor. And it's proportional. So this is where he starts to adjust. Okay, that's where what he did. I have no idea how he did that. Small area of effect. And then the key bindings that are showing up on his screen aren't helping me either. Would be one of these. I don't know, just trying to understand Blender. Blender. Okay, we want to rotate around the cursor. Oh, this proportional editing isn't really doing anything for me. Because it's affecting the entire object. Connected geometry. Huh. I just don't understand how he's doing this. Alright, well, I'm gonna try to go without it. The show must go on. We're just gonna make like a really simple closing of the eye here. So first thing I'll do is maybe rotate it slightly, bring it over. Now I'll just grab vertices. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is a learning project anyway. I think that's part of my problem is I focus too much on making something, I guess, production ready. When in reality, it's like, I am still in the learning category. I shouldn't be trying to make things that are professional. That's just my personality. And understanding. My personality is step one to making good things. We'll move over the faces first. Use the scroll button to change the range. Oh. Scroll button. What's this? You mean like the mouse wheel? Like clicking it? Scroll button. Mouse wheel, yes. You're dumb. No, that's just what you call it. It's your lingo. No dumb here. I'll give it another try here in a moment. Okay, so I didn't set the keyframes here. But I should be able to just copy-paste keyframes. From one to the other. I opened. I duplicate this. Copy. Copy as new driver. Why is this never easy? Never easy. Enjoy your coffee, Vivox. Okay. So we'll see how he does it. So does the shape key. If you haven't done shape keys before, that's it. Thanks. Okay, so it looks like he's just opening and closing it, then adding the keyframe. So in edit mode, I can't save these things. Well, that's working. With I closed. So this one I want to do in reverse. So we'll have it set at 1 here. This will be I open. And then set that to 0. Set this one to 1. So now these should be reversed. Although it doesn't look like it saved the keyframe here. So this needs to be open. Then we want to swap. And then set it to 0. But it doesn't appear to be adjusting the other keyframes if I move one. Plus, I don't think I need more than one anyway. This one we'll call open/closed. So we made what I set out to make. I can't complain here. Now, keyframing this as an animation, that's going to be the fun part. Because I have no idea how. See what the rest of this tutorial does. Ugh. Okay. Okay, so what do I want to do? I want to export the shape keys with this version of my character. What I can do is probably texture this, although it's not going to get textured anyway. It's loading textures right now. There it goes. So these textures aren't going to carry over into Unity anyway. So I'm not going to worry about it. But in general, I would probably add a material to this. Let's try adding the default. Just add the add. That is unfortunately not what we want. The scales seem to be okay. Yeah, it looks fine. Okay, so now that we have our generic eyelid, I want to export this. And I'll probably try attaching this. Probably best if it gets attached to the eyeball. Thought it was M. Is not M. Control J. That just crashed Blender. Yikes. Blender just crashed. I hate it when Blender crashes. But that's okay. At least I saved it. Love the shades need a pair. We should. Honestly, we need like Sandfam apparel. I think we should make like a merch line. That way we can all rock the same shades. Okay, so we're trying to connect the eyelid to the rest of the body. It doesn't have to be on the eyeball. But that's what I tried to do, and it didn't like that. So I just clicked join again, and it crashed again. So it really doesn't like that. I'm very happy with how far we've come with that, though. So I need to re-export, and then we're going to try exporting just a very simple rough draft of what we've made so far. This is the next part. I'm trying to get the shape keys exported. And no, this doesn't need to be attached, but I would prefer if it was. This time, I'm not going to try joining it to the eyeball, but rather to the armature. Join. Good? So right now it moves it, but not in the way we need it to be moved. We want shift to parent. So now it should be parented. The skeleton does not like moving everything together. If it works, it works. I'm gonna try exporting this. And now it's not exporting everything. We don't need the textures. Yeah, it looks like it exported that time. And I didn't copy the textures. The file size is a lot smaller than it should be, though. That's the mesh. And it looks like our eyelid is there. The only problem is whether or not I have the ability to edit it. We have our eyelid, we have a skin mesh renderer, we have blend shapes. It looks like I can edit it. Something looks wrong though. Can't tell. But it looks like we're missing part of our eyelid. That just might be the mesh not having the correct material. So we need to swap it out with the correct material. Which it doesn't look like that fixed it. This one has the correct materials. Scales. 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 Looks like maybe I never added the scales correctly. I mean, it's a simple fix, I just need the correct texture. So that should have adjusted these. This is Ukuto 7. Which might not be using the correct material. It's right now using an embedded material. Okay, so that looks like it fixed it. What about the rest? Tail and head. Yeah, so that was the only one that wasn't using the correct material. Now with the one we just imported, we can see it did add the correct material. It doesn't look like it's using double-sided, because I'm able to see through a specific side, so we just want to make sure that's check marked. Double-sided. Alright, cool, so that fixed our eyelid. And we have our open-close blend shape. Cool! That's a big check mark on my box here. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna copy the transform. This. place it on this character. So right now, we do have some variation. It still isn't the same, which is kind of concerning. We can add the animator. We can add the Ukatoa controller. We'll hide the old one. I'll go ahead and swap back the new materials. Let me just press play real quick. It looks like our eyeballs also need the new material. We want this one. The eyeball is currently disappearing. I think this has something to do with the animation in Blender. Let's try viewing. Huh. Yeah, what animation is it currently playing? Jaw open. The eyeball seems to be fine. Except it's disappearing during play. Ugh. It also looks like our eyelid is not part of the animation. So we can see the center of our eyeball is moving. If I were to zoom in on the eyeball, it says it's like right here. I think it's just a matter of my shape keys weren't configured with the animation itself. It's hard to understand where it's going wrong, that's all. I'm trying to edit it, but I don't see the keyframes themselves. But they're there, because the animation's moving. So here's our eyelid keyframes. Which we want to make sure are placed on the eyeball. But apparently moving this is causing the entire mesh to move, which doesn't make sense to me. I'm not quite sure what to do. Maybe it's the proportional? That's probably why. Okay. It's not moving with the mesh, though. Gotta start learning somehow. Just trying not to get overwhelmed, honestly. Okay, that seems to have the intended effect. Here's all our keys. Now the eyeball itself is visible throughout. I think we do need to add keyframes here. Insert keyframes. All channels. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. I think it has something to do with the cursor, maybe? So object, set origin, origin to geometry. Shift S, cursor to... So to selected. Oh my god, now what? Ugh. I am having a hard time understanding what's happening. I don't want to save that. Feels bad, man. Thanks, Sparky. Go West! What's up, West? Welcome in. Turning on my cursor is what's throwing me off here. I want to set it to the origin, I guess. Which helps. Is there cursor to world origin? I think that's what I want. But see, that's breaking things, and I don't want that. So that broke a lot of things, and I don't understand how it's doing how it's doing that. It's just breaking the entire animation. This one's not even working now. Oh no. Oh no. The animation's not even playing now. Oh god, what's happening? Things are now even more broken. I didn't even save. What the hell? Did I parent this in the wrong order? That's probably what happened. Okay, so we want to unparent it. Okay. Struggle is real, friends. I think I broke my animation somehow. Could be worse. That's worse. Take me back. Oh no, now it doesn't go back.
You will be all right. There, there.
Thanks.
Thanks,
V-Box.
V-Box. Sparky. Take me back. So right now my parenting is messed up. Like it's not in the order it should be. This is why we make backup copies. This entire animation got scuffed. At least in this version of my animation. But that's okay. Okay, so I want to clear all animation. I think it'd be easier just to make a new version. This will be 16. I need to delete some of these. So if we go into the Blender file, we can delete pretty much all of these extra animations that we made. Okay, first thing we'll do is we'll make it, if it's a 24 frame animation, we have like less than 3 seconds, so it's like 72 frames. So I'm going to try to keyframe our eye blink. We're going to insert a keyframe here. Okay, so far so good. Go into pose mode. Never figure out pose mode. There we go. We're going to go to frame 72. We'll just rotate this a little bit. Wrong way. Looks like a fucking goober. His jaw is all messed up. This is... Okay. Well, we're just doing some simple animation here just to try and get a feel for it. It doesn't have to be looped. Okay. Alright, we saved it. We're going to try exporting it again. With this animation now. Very simple. The eyeball blinking is what we wanted to keep. And it's already gone. So what happened? Eyelid seems to have sunken into it. This is why I parented it, so I wouldn't have to move it. It doesn't appear to be following the eyeball, which is parented. Stop tempting fate. I could never, Garnican. Vivox, I keep breaking it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But at least I'm learning, right? That's what I have to keep telling myself. What the heck is wrong with the eyeball? Go back. It's this eyelid that's not moving now. Your parent. The eyeball is still moving. Thanks, Sand Dude. I don't know how many computers we have to throw away, but we'll keep doing it. Alright, so I want to parent it to the body. So I think this is what I need to parent it to. We're going to right-click, parent, object. Now, the object is not moving. So I don't understand why that is. I don't want to join it, do I? We could try. Joining it also is not allowing the movement. Parent armature deform. Bone. No active bone. Under parent object. Thank goodness for YouTube tutorials. Select the object you want to be the child first, then select the object you want to be the parent last. That's what I've been doing. Select the object outlines. Dark orange is the P for parent. Why is this going so fast? Okay. But it's not keeping parented to my animation. So I think it has something to do with the animation then. Because it appears to be parented. It's just not simply keeping the animation.
So the situation is simple. I have a rolling Katamari ball, and I wanted to pick up these cubes, which means I...
This is the classic way of doing it. It's just literally keyframing it. Is that gonna work? I mean, if it works, it works. I'm happy with it. Why? I don't understand. It just breaks all of a sudden. It like changes the parent structure. Just randomly after I move something. All I want to do is keyframe this. Okay. Why is it making a new action? Whatever, I'll just call this the new action then. It's doing everything I want it to do. Leave it, call it a day. Good toast. Doing well. How are you today? Gonna be wrapping up the stream pretty soon here. Trying to get this animation working, but it keeps breaking every time I edit a simple thing. And it's confusing me. I'm confused. Okay, so we want to take the jaw animation, add it, hit play. Might have to loop it. That's a big break. And this is what it was doing in Blender, and I didn't want to save it. I don't understand why it's doing this. It might just be that the jaw and the body have to use different animators. It's because the bones might not be connected. If I move this, it's going to break the whole rig then. If it does, I guess that's a step in understanding direction. So it did break the whole rig. So something is up with my eyelid, and I don't quite understand why it's doing this. So essentially it's like the eyelid doesn't want to be a part of the same mesh. And it could have something to do with like my armature or the bones. This is very confusing. I think I'm going to pick this back up tomorrow though, because right now I need a break. Because I think I'm just hitting my head against the wall. I have so much council work I have to do. Which isn't a bad thing, it's just I need to shift gears is all. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Another day of learning. It's a constant struggle. Lunchtime, exactly, Sparky. Looking good. Thanks, Irtos. We did set design yesterday. Is Pickaxe Master going to be live for much longer? He's been going for 2 hours. Yeah, you guys know how to go over there, so. Yeah, hope you all have a nice day. There won't be a raid. I think I'm just going to end it. Because I don't know how long they're going to be. Toodaloo, everybody.